So who's the evil bastard living inside of you? Doesn't somebody else live inside of us, like the past version of us, the version that school may have created, or parents may have created, or an ex-spouse may have created, or your surroundings, or the news, or society, or where you grow up? And it's like we're running away from the evil bastard, that's what I'm calling him right now, living inside us, while simultaneously we're being a better version of us. And all I'm going to share with you today is acknowledge it. Look out for that person. Look out for the person talking that really isn't the person that you want to be. Maybe it's the person you used to be. Maybe it's the person other people think you are, but it's not the person you want to be. And all I can say is be on the lookout. I want to tell you this story this morning. I just got back from, as I'm talking to you, last week, I jumped on a plane and flew to Marco Island and spoke at Tony Robbins' Wealth Mastery. Amazing. The Wealth Mastery students, all Tony Robbins students, you guys are all the same. On fire, motivation, inspired, ready to learn, ready to gain the wisdom. So rock that stage. It was amazing. I drive across it's where the Okeechobee lake is, across in Florida. I drove across the swamp. God, there's a better, I can't think of it, the Everglades. There it is. Oh my God, I'm not that dumb, I promise. So I drive across the Everglades. I go over to Miami, had some business there. The next day I did a podcast with Grant Cardone. That was great. But it took like 5 days, and my kids went out of town 2 days before with their mom to Indiana to see their family, right? So I didn't see my kids for like 6 days. So no big deal. Doesn't seem like a big deal. It's a big deal to me. Success in my life right now is keeping my business growing, learning, growing, become a better version of me, and being a badass dad. And I miss my kids. I never go any place where I'm not going to see them more than 3 days. I just don't. But I didn't see them for almost 6 days. So I get home last night, and it was a little late, didn't get much time with them. So this morning I really wanted to see my kids. So I got up super early. I went to the gym at 5 so I wouldn't miss them. I get back on time, and this all makes sense to you, so we'll get to the learning part of this in a moment. I get back and I shower quick, and I make them an amazing breakfast. I cut up all kinds of fresh veggies. I sauteed garlic, olive oil, onions, peppers, no peppers, didn't like peppers, asparagus, and zucchini, and fresh tomatoes out of the garden. I make that up. I mix it with eggs, a couple bagels, cut up fruit. I lay out the whole table for them. I get up, and I missed my kids. I hadn't seen them, and I want them to run to me and be happy and joyful and so excited to see me. And they were kind of like, what's up, Dad? I was like, all right. Got a little butthurt, but that's kids. And then we ate breakfast, and my daughter had forgot something that was her responsibility to forget. And I'm telling you this again, stick with me here. My daughter forgets something, and she wants us to go get it. Love and logic parenting that helps kids be more responsible. It's like, oh, Brie, I'm so sorry you forgot that. But you were reminded twice and you forgot it. So the consequence is you're not going to have it today. And she got really mad at me. And it's hard because I miss them. I just want to be the dad that loves them, that just says, okay, I'll do whatever you want, Brie. Her name's Brianna, to do it. But so I did that part so right, taught her a lesson. She'll never forget it again, even if she's a little upset with me. Parenting is like credit card. Either pay now or you pay later. You're paying eventually. So I'm deciding to pay it now. So I have such great kids. But then she got mad at me, and she was rude to me. And my daughter never is. And then she went to walk by me, and I went to give her a hug, and she kind of pushed me away. And you know what I did? I snapped. That ugly bastard living inside of me took over, and I said to my daughter, I dropped the F-bomb. I'm so embarrassed. Yes, I swear a little bit, but never in front of my kids. I was like, don't fucking treat me that way, Brie. I don't deserve it. And I was rude to her, and she started to cry. It's a terrible parenting moment. Terrible. But that was the little bastard that lived inside of me. That's how I was raised. That's how my dad talked to me. That's how my dad treated me. Dad's a great guy. That's how he learned. He would he'd knock stuff off the table. He'd flip out, yell, break shit, punch the window, break the windshield while we're driving. I didn't even know he lived inside of me. Still there after all these years. This is what I do for a living. It's my own daughter. I love her more than any other human being on this earth besides my son. And I did it. And as soon as it popped out of my mouth, I could have leaned into it and go, nope, that's who I am. As soon as it popped out, I stopped. I was like, oh my God, that's not me. That's not the man I want to be. That's not the example I want to be. That's not who I am. I composed myself and I went and sat with my daughter and apologized and told her dad made a monster mistake. I said, yes, I missed you. Yes, you should have not forgot your thing when you were reminded 3 times. No, you shouldn't be rude to your dad. But none of that gives an excuse for me to act the way I just acted to you, Brianna. That was really a bad parenting moment. And I said, I'm sorry. And I'm a little shaken by it. She says, I accept your apology, Dad. And amongst her tears, she gave me a hug. I even called her on her way to school, to summer camp. And I apologized again. But I'm upset with me. But I'm going to feel that pain today. Because that ugly little bastard living inside me, that rude bastard living inside me, I want him dead and gone forever. So my point to you is, remember that it lives inside of us. Remember there's old ways, things we were brought up, things we were taught that are here. We're working on our growth. You're listening to me because you want more. But that person still lives there. And when it comes out, acknowledge it and figure a way to kill him once and for all. And we can do that by just being aware of it. We can do that by saying different words. We can do that by taking pauses. We can do that, and look how that makes us feel compared to doing it the opposite way. We can read more. We can learn more. We can learn from those doing it at the highest level possible instead of our own trial and error. Do exactly what you're doing. Thanks for letting me share my personal story today. That was what was on my heart. I learned a big lesson. I hope you learned a lesson from it. And remember, all success starts here. All success starts with the foundation, the rules for success, and then you can plug anything you want on top of it.